Welcome all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture. My name is Maria Kądzielska, and today we'll take you to the world of music and art and composing, because with us in the studio is Przemysław Kupidura, a pianist, composer, musician, but also a professor of academia.
Yeah, associate professor.
Thank you very much for coming.
At Warsaw University of Technology.
Wonderful. So in the previous episode, we talked a little bit about those two paths or two worlds in your life, one connected to art and one connected to geodesy or land, or because it's hard to name it a little bit, sensoring images.
It's remote sensing.
Remote sensing. So strictly science, let's say. So when in your life was a moment when you decided, okay, I want to do this and I want to do this? And to be honest, it was very impressive. You are successful in both. So how do you find time? Because, I mean, writing scientific papers, writing your PhD, which you managed already to do, and defend your thesis and be a professor, on the one hand, actually composing and publishing CDs, and moreover, doing concerts, all of this requires a lot of devotion, a lot of energy, and a lot of, I would say, creative force. So what you do, and why you decided to do both?
Well, first of all, I remember exactly when I decided to become a scientist. Well, I thought that it's very cool thing to do. I remember it was probably the last year as a student. And we have some exercises with some project with one professor, and the second professor came in, and they started to discuss some new software and some new computers. It was like, well, more than 20 years ago. So it was like the beginning of digital image processing, what I deal with, and I remember that they were discussing, like, okay, so let's decide to do that, or let's decide to do that, and I thought that it's so much freedom in that, so much space. You can decide whatever you want to do, and actually you can. You're not restricted. Of course, there are some restrictions. There are some rules, like anywhere. But I thought that there is so much freedom I could get actually in that, and that's very, very, very fun thing to do.
So it's the freedom actually, which you say.
Yeah. I think it's very, very much of that there.
So on one hand, you can do what you like and you love, and moreover, you teach that to students.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one path.
Yeah, that was one path.
But what about music? Because after all, they always say that you have to start young. You have to usually. So were you this child practicing piano?
No. Actually, I bought a piano 4 years ago, and I started to learn piano 4 years ago.
What?
Yeah, I always wanted to play piano. And it was like a dream I forgot about, and then I decided, okay, so why not now?
What about other forms after you're composing? So
yeah, I was singing. I was singing as a child, and I loved it. I was playing the guitar. Then I sang in a like, maybe not like a barbershop quartet, but in a vocal quartet, like some jazzy thing, I'd say. And then, like 10-13 years ago, we started a rock band with my friend, and then I started to compose music and write songs, and I found it really exciting. And what was the most exciting probably in that I could actually play and sing this music, which was mine actually, and people liked it. So I thought that is very interesting thing, and then it started to develop, I'd say. So it was like, first they were rather simple rock songs, like not like some progressive rock or art rock, like just really rock and roll thing. But then I started to arrange it differently with more and more instruments, I wrote well, quite a lot of songs like that. And after that, when I bought the piano and I started to learn jazz, actually it was like to make arranging my songs with piano tracks easier, like just to learn how to play it, how to not really to play it. Actually, I haven't that ambition. I think I didn't have this ambition, but just to know how to play it. What are the rules actually? But then it started to become, I'd say. It became the most important field of my creative work, I'd say, this piano composing.
So looking at your example, I would say it's never too late to start.
I think it's not. Yeah.
So that will be the punchline for this episode. It's never too late to start. Of course, you have to have some talent, but we all discover our talents in different fields. And Przemysław, our guest, is a perfect example how actually you can find your wonderful talents and explore them. So stay with us for another episode because we'll ask even more difficult questions. And thank you all for watching our show.